The silent vanguard. Grand Archon Nixus stood before the quantum display, their crystalline appendages refracting prismatic light across the Meridian Council's observation chamber. The holographic projection showed Earth, a seemingly unremarkable planet among the countless worlds under the Council's protection. Yet something about this world had kept the ancient being restless through countless cycles. "Display temporal analysis," Nixus commanded. The AI complied, projecting humanity's technological progression over 3 centuries. Observer Tharix moved closer, their biomechanical implants whirring softly as they processed the data. "The pattern is irregular, Grand Archon," Tharix noted, their chrome-plated exoskeleton shifting uneasily. "Their advancement curve defies all known models." Nix's crystalline form pulsed with agreement, while every other species followed predictable paths. Military technology surging during conflicts, medical advances during peace. Humans progressed simultaneously across all fields. Their development appeared almost orchestrated, too perfect, too measured. "Connect me to Diplomatic Overseer Rylith," Nixus ordered. Moments later, a hologram materialized, showing a tall, elegant being with iridescent scales and 4 arms. "Grand Archon." Rylith bowed, their scales shifting through shades of respect. "How may I serve?" "Your assessment of the humans' response to our latest technology exchange." Rylith's upper arms moved in a gesture of puzzlement. "They continue to show remarkable enthusiasm for medical and agricultural advances. However," they paused, scales darkening slightly. "Continue," Nixus prompted. "When offered military technology, they displayed peculiar indifference. They cited sufficient defensive capabilities and declined politely." The chamber fell silent. In the Council's 3,000 years of maintaining galactic peace, no species had ever refused military technology. It violated every known psychological pattern. "Show me their orbital defense network," Nixus commanded. The display shifted, revealing a sparse collection of satellites and defensive platforms. "Now overlay their civilian infrastructure." The screen blazed with thousands of points of light. Communication arrays, weather monitors, research stations. The density was astronomical, far exceeding any practical need. Research Director Quantum Mind 7 interfaced directly with the chamber systems, their cybernetic consciousness processing the data. "Grand Archon, we've detected an anomaly in their entertainment broadcasts. An unusually high percentage contains scenarios involving conflict with advanced alien civilizations." "Preparation through imagination," Nixus mused. "Computer, analyze human military spending over the last century." The data streamed across the display. Official military budgets remained consistently low, yet their quantum research, aerospace development, and artificial intelligence studies had skyrocketed, all classified under civilian applications. "They're concealing something," Nixus declared. "No species achieves this level of advancement without military applications. It defies logic." Deep within a facility buried beneath the Mariana Trench, Director Jasmine Wong received the quantum-encrypted transmission of the Council's discussion. Her dark eyes reflected the holographic display as she activated the Global Defense Network. "All stations, initiate Protocol Omega." They've taken the bait. Across Earth, in facilities that officially didn't exist, humanity's true military infrastructure hummed to life. Quantum reactors powered up in dimensional pockets, weapon systems disguised as civilian technology activated, and fleets hidden in artificial space prepared for emergence. In the Meridian Council chamber, Nixes made their decision. "We must act now. If humans possess hidden military capabilities, every day we wait gives them advantage. Prepare the fleet. We will demand their immediate submission to Council authority." As the Council's warships assembled, humanity's carefully laid trap reached its final stage. For centuries, they had prepared, studying every piece of alien technology, analyzing every diplomatic exchange, and building their true capabilities in secret. The Council had maintained peace through superior power for 3 millennia. They never considered that a species might spend generations preparing to challenge that supremacy, hiding their true nature behind a mask of peaceful development. In her command center, Director Wong allowed herself a small smile as she transmitted the activation code. Operation Start Answer is now active. Show them what humanity's been hiding. The game of deception was about to end, and the Council would learn why appearing weak while being strong was humanity's greatest strategy. Calculated deception. The United Nations Quantum Defense Chamber buzzed with controlled tension as Director Wong's transmission played on secure quantum tablets. Earth's representatives maintained carefully practiced expressions of concern, but beneath the surface, centuries of preparation were coming to fruition. Grand Archon Nixus' hologram materialized above the central podium, their crystalline form towering 15 meters high. The being's prismatic colors shifted through what the Council's species considered intimidating patterns, frequencies that human quantum physicists had spent decades analyzing for weaknesses. People of Earth, Nixus' voice resonated through the chamber. Your species has violated the fundamental principles of galactic harmony. Your technological development patterns suggest dangerous deviations. Your cultural fixation with conflict threatens the peace we have maintained for millennia. In the underwater command center beneath the Mariana Trench, Admiral Marcus Blackwood watched the transmission with his senior staff. Right on schedule, he murmured, checking the quantum chronometer. They're following the predicted response pattern perfectly. Above, Nixus continued. The Council hereby demands Earth's immediate submission to technological oversight and genetic adjustment protocols. You have 48 standard hours to comply. Refusal will result in your species' reclassification as a terminal threat to galactic stability. Ambassador Thomas Ramirez rose from his seat, the picture of diplomatic concern. Grand Archon, surely there must be some misunderstanding. Humanity has always strived. The time for diplomacy has ended, Nixus interrupted, their form flaring brightly. Your attempts at deception have failed. We have seen through your facade of peaceful development. As the hologram vanished, Ramirez touched the quantum communicator disguised as a tie-pin. Phase 2 is active. Confirmation. They didn't detect any of our hidden installations during the transmission. In the Quantum Nexus Station, disguised as a deep-sea research facility, Dr. Amara Patel smiled as she received the confirmation. The quantum entanglement matrix around her thrummed with power as she initiated the Global Defense Grid's startup sequence. 50 years of hiding our quantum shielding technology behind marine biology research, about to prove its worth. In high orbit, Captain Jun Takashi observed from his civilian research vessel as the Council's initial war fleet emerged from hyperspace. The ships arranged themselves in textbook formation, their energy signatures matching exactly the specifications shared during previous cultural exchanges. All ships maintain emissions control, he subvocalized through his neural link. Let them believe those defense satellites are all we have. Dimensional pocket stations, status report, came the encrypted query. Pocket 1. Ready, responded Commander Fatima Hassan from a space that, according to every known law of physics, shouldn't exist. Through quantum-shifted space, she watched as her fleet of ships waited in the artificial dimension humans had discovered decades ago. The Council's sensors would register nothing but background radiation. Similar reports flooded in through quantum-encrypted channels. Underground bases, underwater facilities, and orbital platforms hidden in artificial dimensions. Humanity's real military infrastructure prepared for war. In her office at the Global Defense Command, Director Wong opened a small box containing a single object, the first alien artifact ever recovered on Earth, decades before official first contact. The Council had never questioned why humans seemed so prepared for their arrival, never wondered why Earth's languages already had translations for their terms, never investigated why human technology seemed to develop in convenient parallel with their own. Send the response, she ordered. In the UN chamber, Ambassador Ramirez stood again, activating the quantum transmitter that would reach the Council's fleet. After careful consideration of your demands, he began, his voice carrying the weight of centuries of preparation. Humanity respectfully declines. Aboard the Council flagship, Nixus received the transmission with satisfaction. They choose extinction. Begin the attack. The Council's ships powered up their weapon systems, their energy signatures blazing across human sensors. In response, Earth's orbital defense platforms began powering up as well, exactly as the Council expected. What they didn't expect was the quantum signal that flashed from Earth's surface, a code buried in what appeared to be routine satellite maintenance chatter. Operation Start Answer. Phase 2. Execute. Director Wong allowed herself a small smile. Let's show them what humanity's been hiding for the past century. The trap was set, the Council's forces were committed, and humanity's real capabilities were about to be revealed. All across Earth, in places that didn't officially exist, using technology that shouldn't be possible, human forces prepared to demonstrate why appearances could be deceiving. Operation. They're attempting to call for reinforcements, Takashi reported from his observation post. Quantum communication jamming grid activated. Council commanders found their supposedly unblockable quantum communications reduced to static. The technology they'd proudly demonstrated during diplomatic exchanges was being used against them with devastating effectiveness. Launch the Phantom drones, Director Wong ordered from her command center. Across Earth's surface, what appeared to be civilian satellite control stations activated their true purpose. Thousands of autonomous combat units, disguised as debris and defunct satellites, powered up their stealth systems. The Council fleet found themselves surrounded by weapons platforms that seemed to materialize from empty space. Every evasive maneuver they attempted was countered before they executed it. Their own tactical doctrine turned against them with ruthless efficiency. High Archon, one of Nix's subordinates, reported, their crystalline form flickering with panic. They're not just matching our technology, they are exceeding it. These weapons, these tactics, they're designed specifically to counter our systems. Starweaver. The Council's first strike was textbook perfect, exactly as humanity had expected. Their energy weapons lanced toward Earth's primitive defense platforms, following attack patterns documented in their own military archives they'd proudly shared during cultural exchanges. Captain Takashi watched from his cloaked vessel as the alien beams struck the orbital platforms. The resulting explosions were spectacular and completely harmless. Holographic defense grid performing exactly as designed. He reported through his neural link. They're buying the like show. On the Council flagship, Nix's crystalline form pulsed with satisfaction as Earth's apparent defenses crumbled. Primitive technology, as expected. Begin Phase 2 of the assault. The Council fleet moved forward in perfect formation, their ships arranging themselves for the standard subjugation pattern they'd used successfully for millennia. None of their sensors detected the quantum ripples spreading through space, ripples created by technology they believed impossible. Deep within Dimensional Pocket Alpha, Commander Hassan gave the order they'd waited generations to deliver. Operation Starweaver, Phase 1. All ships power up quantum matrices. Prepare to show them what humanity's really been working on. The Council fleet had just reached optimal attack position when their sensors detected something impossible. Energy signatures appearing from nowhere, surrounding their formation. Before they could react, space itself seemed to tear open. From dimensional pockets that shouldn't exist, humanity's real fleet emerged. Ships that made the orbital platforms look like children's toys appeared in perfect attack formation. Their design was unlike anything the Council had ever encountered, because humans had engineered them specifically to counter Council technology. By the first light, Observer Thaurix whispered, their biomechanical systems struggling to process the impossible data. Impossible. Target locked, announced Admiral Blackwood from his flagship, the HMS Deception. All ships execute Pattern Omega. Let's show them what those civilian research projects were really about. The human fleet opened fire. Instead of the primitive nuclear weapons the Council expected, they launched quantum-shifted gravity bombs. weapons that bypassed shields by attacking through dimensional space. The Council's vaunted defensive systems, calibrated for energy weapons, might as well have been tissue paper. Multiple direct hits, Blackwood reported, his voice calm despite the historic moment. Their shield frequencies are exactly as our analysis predicted. Not a single variance. The Council fleet attempted to regroup, their ships moving to implement defensive protocols that had served them for thousands of years. But humans had studied those protocols, designed countermeasures, and waited patiently for this moment. Nyx's form darkened as understanding dawned. All those cultural exchanges, the technology sharing programs, they weren't learning from us. They were studying us, learning our weaknesses. Incoming transmission from Earth, another officer announced. Director Wong's hologram appeared on the Council flagship's bridge, her expression polite, professional, and utterly devoid of mercy. High Archon, humanity has spent centuries preparing for this moment. Every technology we shared, every capability we revealed, was carefully chosen to create a specific impression. You saw exactly what we wanted you to see. As if to emphasize her point, another wave of human ships emerged from dimensional pockets, their weapons already charged. This is just our first-line response force, Wong continued. Would you like to see what else we've been hiding, or would you prefer to reconsider your declaration of war? In the silence that followed, humanity's hidden fleet hung in space like a lethal web, their weapons trained on the Council ships. Centuries of preparation, decades of hidden development, and generations of patient waiting had led to this moment. The Council had maintained peace through superior power for 3,000 years. Now they faced a species that had spent every moment since first contact preparing to challenge that superiority. And this was just the beginning. Paradigm shift. Grand Archon Nyxus watched in stunned silence as tactical displays showed Council reinforcement fleets emerging from hyperspace across the solar system. Under normal circumstances, such a show of force would have ended any conflict immediately. But as the events of the past few hours had demonstrated, nothing about this situation was normal. Reinforcement Fleet Omega reports ready for engagement, Observer Thaurix announced, their biomechanical systems glowing with renewed confidence. Nearly 1,000 Council warships now surrounded the human homeworld. Surely now. Director Wong's hologram smiled. I see your reinforcements have arrived. Right on schedule. That simple statement sent a chill through Nyx's crystalline structure. Schedule. Did you think we only prepared countermeasures for your initial assault force? Wong's hologram gestured, and new tactical displays appeared throughout the Council flagship. Allow me to demonstrate why patience is humanity's greatest weapon. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, in a facility that had masqueraded as a simple geological research station for decades, Dr. Amara Patel initiated Quantum Matrix Protocol Omega. All subsurface quantum arrays online, she reported. Gravitic interference web activating. The Council fleet commanders noticed it first. Subtle fluctuations in their ship's artificial gravity fields. According to every sensor, nothing was wrong, but throughout the formation, crews began reporting increasing difficulty maintaining position. Unknown gravitational anomalies detected. Council tactical officers reported across the fleet. Source cannot be localized. You're experiencing the effects of our quantum gravity manipulation network, Wong explained. Those civilian oceanographic research stations we've been building for the past 50 years. They're actually nodes in a solar system-wide gravitational control system. As if to demonstrate, hundreds of Council ships suddenly found themselves unable to maintain formation, their carefully planned attack patterns disrupted by invisible forces that defied their understanding of physics. Impossible, Nyxus whispered. This technology, it would take centuries to develop. It did, Wong confirmed. We began developing it the moment we detected your first probe entering our solar system, long before official first contact. Every scientific breakthrough we shared with you was carefully chosen to hide our real progress. High in the asteroid belt, Commander Hassan gave the order her team had waited decades to execute. Operation Starforge active. All mining facilities reveal true configuration. What the Council had dismissed as primitive resource extraction operations throughout the asteroid belt suddenly transformed. Massive structures that had masqueraded as mining equipment reconfigured themselves, revealing weapon systems that made their previous display of force look primitive. Those mining operations you so generously helped us optimize. Wang's voice carried a note of satisfaction. They were weapons factories, building and hiding our real fleet piece by piece, right under your sensors. From behind asteroids, within dimensional pockets, and emerging from camouflaged hangars built into the very rocks themselves, humanity's true military force revealed itself. Ships that dwarfed anything the Council had yet seen took up strategic positions throughout the solar system. By the first light, one of Nyx's officers breathed. Their entire civilization, everything they showed us, was exactly what we wanted you to see, Wang finished. Every technological advancement we shared, every cultural exchange we participated in, every treaty we signed, all carefully calculated to create a specific impression. Across the solar system, humanity's hidden infrastructure activated. Quantum communication arrays buried in Mercury's polar craters, antimatter production facilities disguised as atmospheric processors on Venus, faster-than-light inhibitor fields masked as Jupiter's research stations. Your invasion fleet is now operating in an environment we've spent centuries preparing, Wang continued. Every cubic kilometer of this solar system has been engineered to serve our defense. Those tourist facilities on Mars, artillery platforms, the Europa Research Station, a quantum battlefield control center, even the space debris you've been cataloging. Every piece is part of our defensive network. To demonstrate, clouds of apparent space junk suddenly came alive, revealing themselves as drone swarms that began systematically disrupting Council formations. Admiral Blackwood opened a secure quantum channel to all human forces. All units execute final revelation protocols. Show them everything. Throughout the solar system, humanity's full military might emerge from hiding. Ships appeared from dimensional pockets within dimensional pockets, layers of deception peeling away to reveal the true extent of human preparation. 3,000 years of peace made you complacent. Wang addressed Nyxus directly. You forgot the most dangerous predator is the one that watches, learns, and waits for the perfect moment to strike. Humanity never forgot. We just got better at hiding it. Dawn of a new era. The Grand Chamber of the Meridian Council, now convened on Earth's terms, bore little resemblance to its former glory. Grand Archon Nyx's crystalline form had lost much of its former luster as they sat across from Director Wang, watching humanity's representatives systematically redefine 3,000 years of galactic order. Let us be clear, Wang said, her voice carrying through the chamber's quantum acoustics. Humanity doesn't want war. We never did. What we want is acknowledgement of a simple truth. The old order is over. Behind her, a holographic display showed the full extent of human technological achievement. Not the carefully curated version they'd shown the galaxy, but their true capabilities. The Council representatives watched in stunned silence as centuries of human deception were laid bare. Your species, Nyxus began, their voice carrying a new note of respect, has demonstrated capabilities beyond anything we thought possible. Yet you chose to hide them. Why? Because true power lies not in what you show, Admiral Blackwood answered, stepping forward, but in what you keep hidden. We study your history, learned how you maintained peace through overwhelming force. Then we ask ourselves, what if someone spent generations preparing to match that force? Dr. Patil activated another display, showing the intricate web of humanity's defensive systems throughout the solar system. Every technology we developed was designed with two purposes, its stated function and its role in our defense network. That atmospheric processor on Venus, it really does clean the atmosphere while producing antimatter for our weapons. The Mars tourist facilities, they accommodate millions of visitors annually while concealing our largest artillery platforms. But the resources required. Observer Thaurix interjected, their biomechanical systems still struggling to process the implications. The coordination, the secrecy, was our greatest achievement, Commander Hassan finished. We turned our entire civilization into a deception operation so complete that even our own citizens didn't realize the full extent of our preparations. Those entertainment broadcasts about alien invasions, training simulations, preparing our population for this moment, while making you dismiss them as mere fiction. And now, Nixus asked, their crystalline structure pulsing with uncertainty. Director Wong's expression softened slightly. Now we offer a choice. The Meridian Council can continue as the guardian of galactic peace, but with humanity as an equal partner, not a subject species. Our deception is over. Our capabilities are revealed. The question is, what will you do with this knowledge? A murmur ran through the council representatives. For 3 millennia, they had maintained peace through unquestioned superiority. Now they faced a species that had not only matched their power, but had done so in secret, demonstrating a level of patience and strategic thinking that defied their understanding. You could have revealed your capabilities at any time, Nixus realized. You could have challenged our authority years ago. Why wait? Because we wanted to be certain, Wong answered. Certain of our capabilities, certain of your responses, certain that when this moment came, there would be no doubt about the outcome. Humanity doesn't seek dominion over the galaxy. We seek partnership, but it must be a partnership of equals. The chamber fell silent as the implications settled over the assembled representatives. The galaxy's balance of power hadn't just shifted, it had been completely transformed. And it had happened because a supposedly primitive species had spent generations orchestrating the greatest deception in galactic history. The Council accepts, Nixus finally declared, their crystalline form brightening with new purpose. Humanity has proven not just their power, but their wisdom in its use. The era of singular authority is over. The era of partnership begins. As the formal proceedings concluded, Director Wong stood at the chamber's observation window, looking out at the Earth below. The planet's surface glittered with lights, some visible to all, others still hidden from view. Humanity had revealed much of their capability, but not all. Some secrets would remain, insurance against future challenges. Was it worth it? Admiral Blackwood asked, joining her at the window. All the years of hiding, of preparing. Wong smiled, watching as a council ship peacefully passed an orbital defense platform, both now visible for what they truly were. We've achieved something unprecedented. Genuine peace through perfect preparation. Not peace through dominance, but peace through balance. And that, Admiral, is worth every moment of deception. Above them, Earth's real defense grid shimmered briefly into visibility. A web of quantum fields, dimensional pockets, and technological marvels that had remained hidden for so long. It was a testament to humanity's greatest strengths. Patience, ingenuity, and the ability to play a very, very long game. The galaxy was entering a new era, one where peace would be maintained not through force alone, but through partnership between equals. And if new threats emerge, they would face not just the Council's power, but humanity's capacity for infinite preparation. The smile never left Earth's surface, it just gained new meaning.